Let's anchor ourselves into our stance. Outside, you're welcome to have, shoes on, shoes off, on a ground cover or not. And certainly same thing goes when you are at home. If you anticipate wanting a seat, just have a chair close by. And join me in just settling here, arriving, committing ourselves to an hour of self-care. I hope to make it very pleasant. And I'm going to read to you from Our True Home, the everyday wisdom of Thich Nhat Hanh, a Buddhist Zen teacher. And this is called Simply Illuminate. There's no need to over-manipulate the breath. Breathing is a natural thing, just like air flowing and light. What we are doing in this practice is simply lighting up the lamp of awareness to illuminate our breathing. We generate the energy of mindfulness to illuminate everything that is happening in the present moment. So that's the key sentence right there, because this is a mindfulness practice. We generate the energy of mindfulness to illuminate everything that is happening in the present moment. All right. So as you're settling in, just noticing what is happening for you in the present moment. Can you feel your feet on the ground? Could you arrange your feet a little bit wider so that your stance is at least hip distance apart, if not slightly more? And then can you bring awareness further to your feet in the sense of sinking down as though your feet were melting down into some very pleasant feeling mud? And that's the general, we're kind of sinking and draping toward the earth, while at the same time, the center channel of the body, we're envisioning a string from the top of the head way up into the sky, almost like a marionette. So we're hanging from this string. We are draping and softening. It's very much a softening and circulating practice. Our knees are bent, and the whole time will remain a little bend in the knees. So not locking the legs straight, little bend in the knees. We're going to relax the tailbone downward. So just imagine it, even if you feel like you can't do it, just imagine dropping your tailbone down toward the earth. And your spine lengthens by the fact that you're going to draw your chin in and slightly push up with your skull. And your arms are soft by your side and your hands are relaxed. And your eyes are open or closed or just barely softly gazing into the space out in front of you. And you're starting in this posture called Wuji. It's a standing meditation. And Wuji means emptiness. It's like a fertile emptiness. And that's the space we're going to breathe into. We're going to allow our breath to sink down from the chest area down into the lower abdomen as we relax the lower abdomen. I'm going to draw a very slight smile to the face because that activates some of the feel-good hormones in the body. So that little Mona Lisa smile. And we're going to move with intention as opposed to force. So we're cooperating with the ways of nature in this practice. Take another breath, let this stance imprint because we return to it every so often in the course of the practice to just check in, integrate, ground ourselves. And then we're going to start to shake the tree. So I'd like you to bend your knees, starting a little bit of bending in the knees. Soften through your hips. Relax up through your shoulders. And let your hands just kind of shake by your side. I was taking a walk at Statue's Point the other day, actually last night, and there was a ring-necked pheasant down in a whole dusty ditch, and it was taking a dust bath. And many of us gathered around just to enjoy watching that. But when he was done, you know what he did? He shook it off. So this is like shaking off the dust. We call it shake like a tree, but I'm gonna call it shake like a pheasant this morning. Really delightful. So we're shaking off whatever we don't need. Shake it off, shake it out. Don't need tension right now. Don't need our calendar. Don't need to know exactly why we're here. We're just drawn and we're showing up. You have a nice breath out through an open mouth. One more time, like a sigh. Made it out of the house, yay. Or you're still at home, that works too. Slow it down, settle, come back to Wuji, and just notice and feel something as simple as that. Can you feel the difference? Can you feel the cells starting to wake up in your body? And now a little twist and pat. So remember, we keep those knees soft. Turn from the waist and just start by turning your rib cage and your chest from side to side. And if you're relaxed enough, your arms are naturally going to swing around. And so let's do this a few times, keeping the toes pointing forward and primarily turning, as I said, from the waist up the spine. And then picking up the pace a little bit with the intention of letting the arms swing. And when your elbows bend, purposely tapping on the body. So patting. As you twist and the hand comes to the low back, you're going to be a little knock on what's called the Ming Men, or the door of life, which activates our energy. It helps dispel that sluggishness, that lethargy that sometimes we feel. And as the hand comes around through the front, we're patting down on the lower organs, sides of the waist, and we're circulating energy up and down the spine. And the looser, more open we can get the spine to be, the better the energy is going to flow. So this is also an opening purging exercise. So it's considered a cleansing one. So you can breathe out through an open mouth anytime you want, drawing in through the nose. We're going to wind our way up this center channel of the body, this kind of pole called the Taiji pole. Tap or pat all the way up towards your chest. And don't forget to pat the low back. That's very important. That is that energy switch. And up over the top of the shoulders even. Let yourself relax, because these Qigong movements, which precede our Tai Chi, there's just lots of repetition, which gives you time to kind of get the hang of it and then stay with it for a little bit. It become like a moving meditation. And then wind your way back down up toward the ribs again, down toward the hips, the low back. Start to slow it down. And come back to Wuji. Take your gentle palms and face them toward the ground. So it's connecting with the earth force. When I say that, I feel like it's a line from Star Wars. But we're connecting. We are imagining there is an energy exchange between our palms and the electromagnetic field of the planet. Same with our feet. Humans are conductors of energy. And take a few moments here. It's Wuji with the grounding earth force. Nice. And then taking out the trash. You're going to bring your palms up. You're going to swing them up. And then you're going to swing them back as you bend forward briskly. Everything is modified for your body. So you're going to breathe in and out. And if your body allows you, it's quite a swing and a swoosh. Taking out the trash. And along with taking out the trash, we're bringing chi from our hands in to charge the brain. So we're taking the trash out of the brain, bringing fresh chi in. This is a gesture of cleansing the mind, cleansing the thoughts. We're certainly activating our respiration. More oxygen is coming our way. Nice. Couple more times. Taking out the trash and refreshing the brain. Next time your hands are up, pause and hold them right in front of your face. Take a few deep breaths. If you want to move your hands around in a little bit of a circle, like you're just polishing, cleansing brain. And pause and hold your palms right over your eyes. Right. Cleansing the vision. Good. Float your elbows out to the sides. Your palms face the ground. Settle. Hands come right back down. Relax and stay. Make sure the knees are bent slightly. There's space between your fingers. Our joints are relaxed, so we're not trying very hard. Maybe more of the effort is just to keep your mind here and present, illuminating everything present in the moment. And then hands to the heavens. Bring your fingers, interlace them. Turn your palms to face up and respect the limits of your shoulders. Stay as you are, but turn from your waist toward the left. Keep your navel pointing forward. Inhale, come back to the center. Turn to the right. Again, try to keep your navel pointing forward. So it's kind of an upper spinal twist. Inhale, come back, forward. Exhale, twist left. So that's the pattern. You can find it for yourself. Moving nice and slowly. You know, for some folks, it's a little more challenging, but it's a good practice. Slow the roll. Notice that sensation as you rotate the spine. Feel that length. So continue with the pattern. Feel that length from your armpits up to your wrists. So we're opening some of the yin meridians in the body. Give another twist. One more twist to each side. Turn forward. Release. Relax. Come on down. Pause. Bring your hands in front of your abdomen this time. So back to Wuji. 5 breaths to integrate. Feel your growing connection with the energy of your hands. Hands pointed in is directing healing into the body. And then put your hands on your waist. Step out a little wider. You're going to turn your left foot to face toward the left. I'm just going to bend your left knee. So this is a little lunge. Those of you that practice yoga with me might recognize this as like a warrior 2 position. Nice. Good. And then straighten both legs. Turn your left toes slightly forward. Bend your right knee and lean forward. Look down at your left foot. We're going to repeat that. We're going to come up, turn to the left, turn your toes right out to the left, bend your left knee, pause, push into your right foot. So we're waking up the leg meridians. Come back out of it, turn your left toes just slightly forward. Bend your right knee. Hinge any amount, lean forward. Look at your left foot. Rise, return to the lunge, bending the left knee. Good. Back. One more time. Turn the left toes forward, bend the right knee, hinge down, look towards your left foot. Good. Rise, turn to face forward. Pause for a breath. Other side. Turn your right toes out, bend your right knee, push into your left foot. Nice. So liver meridian stretch. Straighten your right leg, turn your right toe slightly forward, bend your left knee, lean forward, and look toward your right foot. Come back up, bend your right knee, turn your right foot out, lunge. A couple more times. Come up, turn your right foot slightly forward, bend your left knee, lean forward, look down towards your right foot. And one more time. Come on up. Lunge by bending the knee. Rise, turn your right toes forward, bend your left knee, hinge down and look towards your right foot. Nice. Come on up, find that lunge on the right side. And pause and come on back. Nice. So a little more for the legs. Turn your left leg out, left foot out, bend your left knee, and take your left hand and push it towards your right foot. Take your right hand. The wrists are both cocked and bent. Take your right hand and press it toward the heavens. This is a warrior press, yin and yang. Yeah, wrists are like this. Palms are pushing away from each other. Yeah, that's right. Come back towards center. Make a ball. Right palm faces left palm. Toes face forward. Good. Other side. Right foot turns out. Lean toward the right. Push your right hand in the direction of your left foot and push your left arm overhead. If you feel like you want to look up, you're not going to fall down. If it feels like a good stretch for your neck, do it. Press in opposite directions. Good. Come back to the center. Make a ball, palms facing each other. Let's do one more time on each side. Turn your right toes, left toes out. Lean. Press your left palm towards your right foot. Extend out through your right hand. If you want to look up, you can. Pressing through yin and yang as a warrior. Come back to the center. Palms face each other for a ball. And once more the other side. Right comes out. Bend the right knee. Push your right palm towards your left foot and reach out through your left hand. Do that long stretch. Beautiful. Come back and make a ball. Face forward. Slide your hands just right onto your hips. Walk your feet in only a little bit. Toes point forward. Soft bend in the knees. And we're going to hinge at the hips and come forward. So if you have concerns about a fragile spine, put your hands right on your thighs and you just come like this. If that's not a concern, you can come much further forward. Drape it on down. Take a few moments here. Depending on how much you're folding forward, if your head really feels like it's draping toward the ground, give your head a slow shake. Soften your jaw, even stretch your mouth open. Your hands can be moving toward the ground or on the ground or on your ankles, or you can cup your opposite elbows. Stretch your elbows towards your feet. Good. Then we're all going to take the hands and we're going to take them up and pat on the outside of your hips and pat down the outsides of your legs, back of the knees, back of the calves, over the tops of the feet, up the inseam of the legs and back around. Pat on your low back. Give your low back a little rub. Good. Your hands on your hips. Bend your knees a lot. Roll slowly all the way back up to standing. Pause. Okay. You can situate your feet the way that you'd like. You're going to go to some hip circles. We're going to start slow. It's going to be like a spiral. So you're going to spiral your hips slowly in a nice little circle. Remember, keep those knees bent. Okay. Hands are on our hips in this moment. And then see if you want to make the hip circles a little wider. This is good for your dancing practice, even if you only dance in the kitchen. Good. And then wind those circles back in. Spiral back in until very slight movements. And let's go the other way. Little spiraling, starting at the center of the spiral and out. And all the awareness that we rest down into the feet is one of the prized aspects of this practice and why it's excellent for graceful aging. It keeps us really anchored in our feet, preventing the chance of falling, more of a connection to the ground. Wind it back in, spiral your way back in. Become still, shift your palms onto your low back. Relax your head forward and rub your kidney area, your low back. So you could rub with open palms, or you can make fists and just rub your fists around, kind of get to the outside of your waistband, down towards your sacrum, down towards your tailbone. Just warming up, charging the batteries, your life force batteries, which are considered to be your kidneys. Beautiful. And then we'll just release that. Bring your arms right down by your side. Come back, connect with the earth force. Round down into your feet. 5 slow, mindful breaths. Notice if there's just little waves of movement that you're witnessing in your body. They could be very subtle. Noticing any ways that you also feel just a little more unified. Your mind, state, your body, your breath. And then let your fingers just drape toward the earth now. And tip your right ear up toward the sky. We'll do a little progressive side bending. Come back to the center. Lift your left ear toward the sky. Let's just start to go in a flow like that, dipping the head side to side. Generally, the nose faces forward. Remember, there's a bend in the knees. And then we're each going to follow our own instinct about how far over we've been. We really want it to feel good. Remember, this is different than being at the gym and pushing ourselves. We're moving with minimal effort and maximum gain. So feel free to let those fingertips drape down toward the ground, any amount. Returning back to center slowly enough that you feel and kind of sense that that spine is restacking, that you're opening the side of the spinal joints. I mean, everywhere there is a joint in the body, there's the potential for some pooling of toxins around the joints. So we are doing some releasing along those lines, as well as just getting a little more limber and flexible. They say if you keep the body flexible, the mind stays flexible. That's a pretty good idea. So progressive side bending. Nice. Let's come back to center. Slow that all down. Give a little refresh to your way that you're standing. Even give it a little shake. We wouldn't want to get stuck in our lower body energy. And then take the back of your right hand and take it to your low back. Yep, so you've got your fingernails facing your low back. So welcoming the sun and the moon. Feet, again, are wider than hip distance apart. Take your left hand out. The idea is that you're holding either the sun or the moon in that palm. So bring it up overhead. You can look at it or not, just be good to your neck. Come around, reach down, and come back up. So you're going to work within a range of motion that's reasonable for you. We're going to exhale as we're coming down and inhale as we're coming up. So find a nice, enjoyable flow here. You don't have to make your expressions as full as mine are, unless you want to. And with that hand on the low back, we're keeping a portion of our attention in the low back, in the area where energy is stored in this philosophy. The kidneys are the storehouse, and the lower abdomen is your seat of vitality. Nice. As you roll around a few more times, keep that left hand really soft. Imagining the hands as magnets for this energy that we name as chi. Nice. One more circle this way. You come out to the side with your left hand. We'll be bending the left elbow, slide the left palm, the left back of the hand on the low back. Right arm comes out. Reach it up. Nice in breath as you rise. Exhale as you sweep around. And as you move, you really want to be connecting with that Spingman spot on your low back. It's an energy switch plate. Stretching and rotating section of the low back on purpose. How relaxed can you have that right shoulder? Have you tapped in yet to nice, long, deep breaths? Not laborious, but generous. So, welcoming the sun and the moon. One more time, up and down. Arm to the side, hands relaxed by your side. Into Bao Chi, hand position, Wuji stance. Let's revisit, melting your feet down like you're settling into some really nice, warm, squishy mud. Relax your tailbone down, lengthen your spine, draw your chin in. Imagine lifting, a force lifting from the crown of your head. Sense the way that your hands are facing into your body, charging your vital organs with chi. So we're going to now open the dantien. So there's 3 dantien, lower, middle, and upper. So you take your hands like in front of your body, bring your palms up, turn them, breathe out, bring your hands down. Make a fist in front of your lower dantien, and then lean to the left, and then like you're pulling, opening up the lower dantien. So the hands are in a fist, just pulling apart. And then come back up, float your hands up, nice and easy. Exhale, bring your hands down, make a fist in front of the lower dantien, lean to the right, pull apart. Good. Back to center, inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, bring it down. Make a fist, lean to the left, pull apart, come to center. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, sink them down. Fist, lean to the right, pull lower abdomen apart, lower dantien. Back to center. Inhale, float your hands up. This time we'll go for the heart. Exhale, bring them down. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Make fists. Lean to the left, open to the chest. Back to center. Inhale, relax and float up. Exhale, come down. Front of the heart, fists. Pull, lean, elbows moving in opposite directions. Back to the center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Open the middle dantien, leaning left. Together. Inhale, float it up. Bring it down one more time as we pull and lean, elbows in opposite directions. Back to center, but you know where we're going next. Upper dantien, inhale, come up. Exhale, float down, hands in front of the face, lean, pull, mind opening, mind cleansing, back up, and float your hands down. Good, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lean, knees are bent, pull apart. Nice, release down one more time on each side for the upper dantien. Breathe it in, breathe it out, pull, opening lots of space for mindfulness. Center, float down. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Front of the upper dantien, lean and pull. Back to center. Float your hands down. Hands facing the earth. Soft stance. 5 long, slow, deep breaths. It's called entering the mountain. Draw your hands up, cross your wrists overhead, out, and press to the sides. Press out, bend your knees. Inhale, come up overhead, cross your wrists, draw down, and from the chest outward, again, press. Inhale. Exhale, down and press. For the earth, scoop it up. Cross your wrists. Come overhead, press out, bend your knees. Good, gather in. Cross your wrists, bring it down to the chest, press out, bend your knees. Good, one more time to the earth. Gather in. Cross the wrists, up overhead, just like a fountain. Press out, bend your knees. Good. And bring your hands just right back down by your side. Good. We're going to do a little like a twisting dragon, and then we'll move into our Tai Chi, where it kind of dragon turns its body. So I'd like you to take your hands, have them just know where they are, and then take your right hand, cross in front of your chest, pushing to the right. Take your left hand and press behind you. So again, the wrists are bent, and you're pressing in opposite directions. And then you're going to just gracefully come back to the center. There's a lot of imagery of dragons in this practice. And then press your left hand out and your right hand behind you. And that's the flow for right now. Turning through center, feel your hands floating through the air. Press out through your right palm, back through your left, and flow. You can breathe out with that press, if that makes sense to you. Breathe in as you gently pass through center. We're staying connected, hands, feet, spine, breath. And those who want to take it a little deeper with me, you can widen your stance a little more. And this time when you press to the left, bend your left knee, push out, look at your back hand, and push that back hand, that left hand back away from you. Come back through center, just like you did before, kind of float through center, pivot your feet, push, look at your back hand. Okay, so you can stay where we started, or you can be in this little bit deeper form with me. Float through center, pivot your feet. If you're doing the press, really reach out. We'll repeat a little bit longer. To center, pivot your feet. Good. We're completing every round of inhaling and exhaling. That alone has a lot of value. Getting away from the shallow breathing. Let's do one more to each side. Dragon turns its body. One more to the other side. Let's face forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Reset your feet. Give a little shake if you want. All right. Let's rub the hands together. And like you're rubbing lotion on them, on both sides, between the fingers. Little clap. Good. All right, let's shift into some classic Tai Chi moves. So we're gonna start with this activation of the hands and in a Chi ball over in front of the left hip. And so you've got the right palm facing up and the left palm facing down. Good. And now harmonizing yin and yang. You're gonna take that bottom hand, and as you slowly rotate your torso to the right, the bottom hand rises in the direction of your right chest. Your left hand follows along until you reform the Chi ball off your right hip. Right palm faces down, left palm faces up. And that's the flow. Now we're gonna turn to the left. And we're really gonna enter the space of moving meditation. Reform the ball off your left hip. Harmonize yin and yang as you rotate to the right. We'll stay with that. We're gonna let the upper body movement imprint before we think about our weight shifting. And you can add a natural breath pattern. For me, I like to inhale kind of as I'm coming across, exhale at the reforming of the ball. And you can move at your own rate. I guess the general rule of thumb would be slower is better, but not if you find it aggravating, then it wouldn't be good. So move at a rate that works for you. And you could think about the name of the movement, harmonizing yin and yang. You're creating harmony. Okay? For things to be harmonized, they need to come into alignment, into resonance, into agreement with each other. So all these different dimensions of you being harmonized, integrated, woven together. So let your hands continue in this imprinted pattern. And if you would like to shift your weight when your hands come to the left, lift your right heel. When your hands come around to the right, lift your left heel. And then just see if you can flow with that. Make sure you stay relaxed with your neck. You don't want to be stiff anywhere. It's fluid and somewhat round. And those who want to walk in place, you could certainly, instead of lifting up the heel, you could lift the foot up for a moment and put it back down. So as you turn to the right, you could lift the left foot up for a moment. And as you turn to the left, you could lift the right foot up. So just if that's fun, we'll take another minute in this dance, harmonizing yin and yang. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And keep your spine lengthened. And this acknowledgement of there's a force of gravity and the sense of the earth underneath you, and there's a sense of expansion above you through the sky. So yin being earth, sky being yang in simple terms. A few more passages like this. If you've lost that little Mona Lisa smile, just come on back. It'll remind you to take everything with a lighter heart. We're going to meet up with a Chi ball off the left hip. Good. Turn the ball a half a turn. Right palm is now on the top and the left palm faces up. Good. And now we're going to continue the right and left turning, but this is brush knee send chi. The top hand comes down in the direction of your right knee. As you rotate, the left hand sends chi. And the left hand fades down. The right hand rises. And we rotate. And it's like the left hand's going to brush your left knee and your right hand sends the chi. Right hand fades. Left hand rises. Rotate. Right hand brushes knee. Left hand sends chi. Left hand fades. Right hand rises. Rotate, brush knee, send chi. Find your rhythm. Find your moving meditation. Your mindfulness is anchored in these gentle movements. The feeling of the breath coming into your body through your nostrils, down, filling your airways. Nice slow leaving of the breath and the ease that comes with that moment of exhalation. Feel your palms moving like you're just swimming through this ocean of chi. And the magnetic force of your body is attracting the highest grade chi possible. Bringing it in, storing it, enhancing central nervous system, all the systems of your body, every cell. Let's take another pass from side to side. Very nice. And then we're going to meet up with our wrists cross, a protection cross in front of the chest. And let your hands touch your body. Rest your shoulders down. Sink back into your feet. Bend your knees a little bit. And just pause right here. Relax as much as possible. A few integrating breaths here. The hands part, and from the elbows to the fingertips, we're pointing up. This is cutting through to clarity. And pull the left hand back any amount. Shift your right hand forward and look forward like you're aiming at something. And then switch. Bring your right hand back. Shift your left hand forward like you're aiming at something. And I just want you to spend a little bit of time shifting back and forth like this. And there's a rotation through the torso. But if you can pick a drishti or a focal point out in front of you, something solid to look at, just kind of practicing that steady focus, this cutting through confusion, distraction, cutting through to that state of mental clarity. Sometimes I would describe it as just a knowingness. There's just, sometimes you know what action to take, or you know to wait. Cutting through to clarity. A couple more times like this. Steady gaze forward, but relaxed. And then we come back to center this time. We're going to float the hands down. Give a little shake. Your shoulders, a little bounce. If any of these movements, bother you, get a little agitating. And we're going to do cloud hands. So we're going to turn once again over toward the left. And we're going to lift the right hand to face in toward the body. I had someone the other day when I described putting it up like this, he said, oh, that makes me feel like I'm reading a book. And that's not mindful for me. So that right palm can be anywhere along the torso up to the face that you're comfortable with. And your left palm faces the ground. And remember, the hands are so relaxed. They're very absorbent. And as we rotate around our midline, around our center, we come over to the side, and the top hand fades like the way the clouds morph into different shaped clouds. And then the left hand rises. That right palm turns toward the ground as the left hand comes across. Once you turn to the left, the hands trade places slowly. Right hand rises to face in, left palm faces down. And rotate. Right hand fades, left hand rises. You can add the weight shifting if you'd like. So as you start to turn to the left, you could lift your right heel if you wanted. Hands trade places. Rotate. Maybe you shift weight to the right foot and lift your left heel. And if not, keep your feet planted. So make this as sweeping and graceful and fluid as possible. If you have any areas of tightness in the body, you could have that intention to soften them. Some of us have habits of holding our facial muscles in certain ways that causes tension or clenching the jaw. and creating tension through the jaw and the neck. So relax. Notice the gradual way that we're moving. It's a little more akin to how nature moves, slowly and gradually in most cases, the exception of a storm. But in most cases, things in nature unfold slowly and gradually. So when we move slowly and gradually, we are putting ourselves in resonance with nature. Let's take 2 more passes, 1 in each direction. Wonderful. Come to face forward, cross your wrists, hug your arms in, sink down, protection cross. Like you're just sealing in at intervals all that you're accumulating. Nice, easy breaths. And the last one, circulating yin and yang. So we're going to reach down, scoop up from the earth. You can reach down as deeply as you'd like. Draw it up. Imagine it coming up through the pelvis, filling the whole body up. Reach out, gather from above and draw down, washing through the crown of your head, and filling and charging the whole body with beautiful energy. So that's the flow. We're gathering from the earth, drawing it up on our inhalation. Pause. Good. Next inhalation, reach it out and up. Breathe out and wash down. So that's the flow. Go at your own pace. Nice big breath in to gather in up into the body. Exhaling to pause as you receive it. Inhale, reach out, reach up, and draw down. Okay, so your flow, your pace. All right, in a chi dance. Feel this suppleness coming through your spinal cord. Feel this coordination that you've got to be able to synchronize your breathing, your fluid movement. One more time, reaching down, drawing up. This next time when we reach out, we're going to shift into kind of sealing the energy and or tracing and charging the channel. So come to the top of your head, put your palms on there, put some like loving kindness from the palms into the body, and then slide your hands around your skull toward the back of your neck, slide down along the sides of your neck as you lift your chin, come around, bring the backs of your hands together over the heart, wrap your palms around your ribs, wrap around to the back. As you round forward, slide those chi-filled palms down your low back, your outer hips, outsides of your legs, across the top of your feet, sealing up any leaks in this energy system, up the inseam of the legs, pausing right at the lower abdomen. Good. Settle your breath. Step your feet closer together. And bamboo in the wind. So we're just going to stand and allow ourselves to drift around a little bit. So allow your body the ability to move a little left or right or front or back. You just notice how you always travel back to center, back into balance. Knees have a little bend. And this time the mind's following where the body leads. Oftentimes the mind is leading, but right now that's not the case. How relaxed can you be? And then we'll become still once again. Turn your right palm to face up. Take your left hand out. Sweep it up overhead. Draw and wash down. So, centering gesture. Turn your left palm up. Cup it right in this lower power center. Right arm comes out and up. Nice generous breath in. Breathe out. Wash down. Several more times like that. Now the right palm turns up. Reach out and up. And wash it down. Right hand. Wash down. One more time on each side. Centering, grounding our energy. One hand over the other, sealing the cauldron. Sealing in the energy. And now shifting into relaxation, which is very, very important. So please either be seated or lay down. I'd have to say, if I had to recommend one over the other, I would recommend laying down because of what it does for the central nervous system and your cerebral spinal fluid and so forth. I'm going to get my blanket. In yoga, it's called Shavasana. In this context, I just like to call it feel the chi. So whether you are seated or you're reclining, you are in a meditative state. So let yourself relax. If you're on your back, there's nothing to watch. It's just my gentle guidance, which you're also welcome to just tune out. That's better for you. Let's allow the eyes to float closed. Allow the jaw to unhinge so there's no pressing of the teeth together. The lips are together. And if you'd like to, you can take the tip of your tongue and just gently rest it on the top roof of your mouth right behind your front teeth. It's considered to complete an energy circle or loop. Relax your shoulders down toward your hips or your shoulders toward the ground. And from that releasing of head and shoulders to the ground, let the whole rest of the body follow along. Relaxing down through your spine, through your legs, and out to your feet. And returning once again to observing the breath. Those wise words from Thich Nhat Hanh. We're simply lighting up the lamp of awareness to illuminate the body, to illuminate what's happening in the present moment. We generate the energy of mindfulness in order to bring attention to everything happening right now. So what do you sense happening as you relax? What's happening in your body? Is your experience of your body a little different now than it was before you started practice? Any way that you feel like your disassembled parts were put back together, a little more unified? There's a great poem from a nature poet that I really, really enjoy, Kai Seidenberg, Poems of Earth and Spirit. A human being, slowly, gently, softly, not hurrying, not pushing, not trying to accomplish anything or go anywhere, not trying to be better or stronger or smarter, and not striving to attain anything, not even enlightenment, just being. Holding still at rest so I can find myself. Holding still at rest so nature can find me. So allow yourself to rest in the quiet for the next couple of minutes. In your stillness, the cerebral spinal fluid has stabilized and you have nourished your central nervous system. You've given yourself a chance to integrate the benefits of the practice, which are quite far-reaching for such a subtle practice. You've regained some of your sense of yourself and what's important to you. You've been refreshed, invigorated, and well-equipped for your day. So when you feel ready, you can float your eyes open. If you're outside, you might take a pause to look at the sky or the treetops. If you're indoors, take a look out the window and place your gratitude out into nature. And maybe add a little wonder to that. Wonder is a great ingredient. Take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Feel that capacity of your lungs to receive the breathing has been enhanced. And then just prepare to roll onto your side and come to a seat and then to a standing position. Take your time. And those who are present with me, we'll come and gather into a circle. And those who are practicing at a distance are included in this circle as well. So let's take a look around and greet each other with a good morning, with a smile. It's wonderful to share experiences like this. Good morning. And at home, you can look around, and if you've got some pets or some plants, greet the other beings that are in your environment. Good. And then we're going to be taking the right hand and making a fist. And draw it in close. And I just want you to give thought today. You probably have a sense of what this day holds for you. Are there moments in the day where you want to tap into your strength? Just bring those to mind. We'll take this gesture of the hand, the right hand into a fist, and just be reminded that you are strong. You're strong of character, you're strong of body. But you also know how to be gentle. So your left hand symbolizes your gentleness. Bring that in, and as you wrap the gentleness around the strength, are there moments today where you're going to really want to call on your gentleness? Maybe your ability to listen and respond. And just appreciate that we each have a beautiful blend of both, and we can rise to the occasion. And we are going to walk in balance today. So just draw the hands in even a little closer and just get ready to give a little bend at the waist, bowing to the center of the circle, right? Bowing to the beauty of life and the time having spent in practice well. And then hands to the heart. And I send you each this appreciation, health, happiness. Same to those on Zoom.